Hey everyone, welcome back to the Frontier Podcast, episode 25. Said that wrong, but it doesn't matter. I think this is 25. It could be 24. Who knows? We'll go after we're figured it out. Of course, it's me, your gracious host, Leo Young, also known as Kid Blur, and with me I have Golden Sparrow.
Yo.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Orbital Spirit.
Chicken tenders.
And me, Kid Blur.
You already said that.
I know. But I need them to know. Alright, so we have a couple. Technically, we have 3 topics, but if you've been watching, hi Vagenda, sorry, or Ignite. Hi everybody who actually constantly watches our shit when it comes out. Sorry, it's been so
Oh, they
long.
watch it?
Yeah, they actually watch it.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna put my dick in your mouth again and keep talking. So
He said
for everybody
again.
who's
Go.
like-
You got something to say?
For everybody
What?
who's like, hey, it's been a while since you've been posting. Like literally, it's been 2 months. We just wanted to finish school, get all the finals out of the way, just go over the summer. If you don't know, the podcast started 3 years ago.
How do you feel about that?
Me? How do I feel about that?
No,
3 years of podcast and only 24 episodes? I am livid.
That's and we're supposed to do it every 2 weeks, so it's supposed to be like we're supposed to be in the hundreds right now.
Yeah,
I'm really confused as to how. I was wondering that too. I'm like, this math doesn't add up.
No, it adds up. It just got some.
But I forgot we skipped. There were times that we skipped like a whole month before doing another one. So
We're gonna get the fireside blur chat where I'm just gonna sit down and like, it was those bitch ass other niggas that just didn't allow me to fully pursue my dream of podcasting 2 times a week. So I had to move it to 2 weeks, and they still didn't do it. But that's another thing. That's neither here. That's there. Coming up. Also, Golden Stories, because Gold is a sick freak. But
that was supposed to be a thing. What?
Gold.
Yeah,
Don't forget. Gold just disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So Gold either disappeared.
no. He said what when you said Golden Stories?
Nah. Gold went off to actually look for stories. He went off. He was like, time to do some fucked up shit.
Journalism at its finest.
Journalism at its finest. The women's bathroom never locked. Anywho, sorry. Like I said,
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Hey, oh, stop!
You was at the club.
Hey, it's
by the
2019,
when
okay?
I first met you.
Hey. It's 2019.
No, that doesn't.
2019.
No.
He walks into a woman's bathroom. I too am female.
They look at him. They're just like, okay.
Sorry. See what I mean? We get so off track. So these 3 topics that we're going to talk about is going. That's all I can say. So, if you don't know, if I'm correct, let me check. I believe it is, 2 weeks ago, Avengers Endgame came out. Marvel's Avengers Endgame came out.
That was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it came out last week.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because currently Marvel Endgame is like, you already know, it's close to beating Avatar at 2.6 billion.
To be honest, I don't see how Avatar got that much.
I can tell you, so many people just bought IMAX or 3D. If it wasn't for that, like literally that's what they pushed Avatar for. It's like, it is the best 3D experience that you've ever seen. So you pay that extra $12.
Ironically, it actually was one of the best.
Because it was the only one that was really like pushed. I know.
I don't really like it.
It wasn't even. I think it was too. It wasn't even like real. It was mostly CGI. So it was like.
It was like 90% CG, but the CG was so far ahead of its time that it looked just amazing.
You mean 99%?
But you watch it now, even the humans were fake. Did you know that?
Yeah. Surprisingly, up until about surprisingly, up until about 2015, the CG actually aged really well. But not
CG is the worst effect ever. I wish everything was. No, CG is the worst effect ever because it's gonna be dated.
Thanos
practical effects is better.
You'd actually be. I believe CG, and this is going off topic. I believe CG should not go into horror. I believe all horror films should be. Practical.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. That's why. Because when I see CG in horror, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, because it's hard to like have an actor show fear when there's nothing there.
Yeah, like, when there's nothing there.
When there's an actual individual dressed up as the monster or the demon, and the actor or actress has not seen the individual before, and they just jump out, that's true fear. Like, there have been movies where it's like, yeah, we had someone dress up like the werewolf and just, like, burst through the window.
Show up, yeah.
Turns out our actor shit himself.
He died on the spot.
He died on the spot. We just kept rolling with it.
Leave it in. Exactly.
What that was a thing?
Stop. It is a thing. It's like, stop breathing. Just keep rolling.
And then they after the scene, they're like, okay, wake up.
Like, and we'll fix it in post. No, don't you dare change everything.
Leave all the brown in it. It's like, sir, leave it. And the camera pans to the back of the director's chair, and it says Golden Sparrow.
There's a Golden Production.
Hey, Gold Productions. All right, but seriously, so Endgame is off the track. The funny thing is about that too is like everyone's like, man, Avatar is still the best movie ever. Man, Disney's just trying to get all this money. Man, there's no way Endgame is gonna beat it. All in the while, Disney's poking its head around the corner like, yo, nobody realizes we own fucking Avatar too. Giggity giggity.
Isn't Avatar Fox, right?
Yeah, and it was about Fox.
Disney owns Avatar.
They own Avatar now, so at this point, it really doesn't matter.
I mean, beforehand, they even made a park. Well, they made something in the Disney park for it.
Yeah. So Disney's like, hey, yeah, keep fighting for Endgame. Fuck Avatar. And then Disney just walked out and was like, here's the next 3 Avatar movies.
Like, wait, what?
Honestly,
they turn back to the Marvel fans. Fuck him up.
At this point, I'm kind of convinced that we're just not going to get the Avatar sequels.
We don't need them.
No, they literally, legit came out with the 3 fucking names.
Not really. No, because now we have the MCU, so it's like...
No. I mean, they
like,
actually...
have something to focus on for the next fucking 20 years.
No, I mean, they actually came out and announced the 3 Avatar films after.
But why? Why do we need...
Take a big guess. When someone started saying it's going to beat Avatar, and then people are starting to back Avatar, Disney was like, hey, Cameron, what's the names you got? Yeah, we're done hiding. Let's just play all the chips.
Because, like, at this point, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Because they said that they were working on 6 movies all at the same time, which is really fucking dumb. But...
yeah.
That's a little, I don't know. I mean, how do you manage that?
It's easy. They did it for Endgame, and as you can see, they got like right after they finished filming Infinity War, they just went to Endgame. Like they didn't stop.
Like it's easy to do it for 2 movies,
yeah.
But this man's going to do fucking 5.
It's because he's James fucking Cameron. Someone told me one of my film professors was like, yeah, James Cameron doesn't really make films to make films. He makes films to play with shit. He would have never made Titanic unless he could go to the Titanic. He would have never done Avatar unless he could play with the CGI. So he only does things to play. He's still a great filmmaker, don't get me wrong, but, you know, he only does certain things to play with certain other things. Like, if they had real lightsabers, he would be like, I want to direct episode 2. Cameron, episode 2 already, I want to direct episode 2.
A reshoot. Bring back everybody.
A re-release.
Bring back the exact same green screen that they had in episode 2.
I mean, honestly, that's some release the Snyder Cut type shit. Fucking DC, man.
Oh yeah, but I'm sorry. Back to Endgame. But we're not really here to discuss the monetary value of Endgame because we've already seen it. If you haven't, spoilers ahead. So we're actually going to talk mainly about certain things in Endgame that some of us didn't understand. Certain things in Endgame that like questions have been risen. And if you probably know what we're talking about. We're talking about mainly the time travel and the fact that Spider-Man was able to swing in an open battlefield, which should have never been a thing.
Helicopters, they fly. It's just above.
There's that one Avenger with the helicopter fighting Thanos.
The Thanos copter.
Right. So, out of everyone in this group, only Orbital has not seen the film. We've told him about it, but I didn't go into detail about the final battle for a specific reason. Orbital. Now, I told you about the fact that, like, Captain America picked up Mjolnir and just went ah.
Yeah.
But I also told you that Thanos was able to body Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, even with their weapons.
Because he's still strong.
He's still powerful. And I think we should just address certain things, like, right off the bat. Some people are probably like, how did he break Captain America's shield? It's supposed to be unbreakable. Here's the thing. While vibranium is one of the most powerful Earths on Earth, it is...
On Earth, yeah.
Yeah, it's only on Earth. Who knows what else is out in space, for that matter. So the fact that his stuff was broken by Thanos, you can already expect that Thanos... Like, I wouldn't be in surprise of, like... I don't remember if Thanos' sword disappeared or if it stayed. But if it stayed, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, it's made with some strange metal. I'm calling it adamantium. It's like, because fucking Disney owns it now. But...
I think Scarlet Witch broke the sword.
She did? Did she break the sword or the hilt? Like, break it in half?
No, I think she broke the sword itself when she started, like, in her eyes.
That's fine, because at the same time, it's like, what? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But let's all just take a minute to remember when Captain America was about to fight Thanos and his whole army with a broken shield, and then all of a sudden, every Marvel character who ever fought or who can fight just shows up, and then a bunch of other people. Chris Evans. Yeah, well, I was wrong song, but I was like, yo, Chris, fucking say it. Say it. He was like, Avengers.
Assemble.
And I almost like brutally assaulted my girlfriend because I was that I was.
Yeah, you're about to beat her up because you're an Avenger too.
You're keeping me from my dreams.
And everybody turns around like, yeah, Peter.
Yeah, Rick her. Just so you know, we do not condone female violence or male violence. We just condone violence in general. Interestingly enough, Scarlet Witch was the most dangerous opponent on the battlefield. At least to a certain degree, because if Thanos physically got his hands on her, she would be dead. Captain Marvel, on the other hand, I was surprised that Thanos was able to body her the way he did.
People said she was still the strongest because he had to use a stone on her. I saw the comments. He had to use the Power Stone.
He had to use the Power Stone, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that nobody said. I don't know if they said this in their chat, but he had her. He had all 5 stones in his hand, and she was able to hold his hand open with all the 5 stones on the gauntlet. And he headbutted her, which is something he likes to do, but she just went like, nah, nigga. This ain't it.
I ain't hurt.
So then he had to take out the Power Stone, and he whacked her. But even then, before that, he was still able to, like, physically handle her. Like, he was able to throw her away. But it was Scarlet Witch who was able to, like, really bring in the fear. Like, she was able to tear him apart, break his armor, everything. So, I don't know. For me, okay, let's discuss Captain Marvel, because I feel like she's the main focus of this topic for this whole battle, because a lot of people on the internet were like, Captain Marvel is going to be the one to kill Thanos, but like me,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Like me and Wicked were discussing, it's like, even in the last podcast, it's like, what is Captain Marvel supposed to do? And even in the movie, she was like, yeah, I'm not going to be on Earth for a while. This might be the last time you talk to me for a few years. See ya, deuces. So I'm like, I don't know what Captain Marvel was supposed to be, but no offense, I don't want to say she was useless, but her character did not need to be. Like, I would have much rather have fucking, I don't know.
Well, last time you didn't have me.
Yeah, it's like, last time you didn't have me to help. It's like, yeah, but you did nothing. Like, you destroyed Thanos' warship, which was pretty much your main, thing. And don't get me wrong, that was cool, but personally, I don't know. Wick, tell me this. Would you have rather have, like, when he started raining fire, would you have rather, like, Doctor Strange or someone, like, Wong opens a portal into the ship so we can get another like 10 extra minutes of random Avengers or heroes going into the ship and destroying it? Or would you rather have like this dick measuring contest of Captain Marvel who flew in and just broke it?
Honestly,
I like your idea better, but honestly, when they started shooting,
hey, Wiki, this was a gold question.
My bad. I thought you said go down Wiki. Whoops.
Well, I mean, honestly, it would kind of like boost the hype if like a whole bunch of other Avengers pretty much just like kept pouring out of, and probably not even just Avengers, but like, all these people just like pouring out of this like whole portal and then going into this ship and then basically just like dismantling it piece by piece.
Yeah.
And you just see it like, crashing into the distance.
Yeah. Wicked.
I like your idea better. And talking about Captain Marvel destroying Thanos' warship, I don't think that should have happened, because the later scene where Peter gets the gauntlet and like where he gets the gauntlet and he's all like beat to hell, and Captain Marvel shows up and is like, "Hi, Peter. I'll take the gauntlet off your hand." And he was like, "How are you gonna beat all that?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's destroyed the warship. She just destroyed one of his warships with no problem at all."
Like for me, that's not cool. Like we already see her destroy nukes. It would have been better off if like someone had taken, I don't know, the time stone out of the gauntlet, and Captain Marvel just smashes down and she has to fight Thanos with 5 of the 6 stones. I would have much rather had that, because that would have been a testament to how strong she is, not how she can blow a hole through a ship.
My whole thing is, they could have either kept that part in and then had Nebula be the one to take the from Peter, or just take that part out completely and do, your idea. Some of the lesser known Avengers just, show up in one of his warships and just start wrecking shit,
Personally, I would have loved it to be both, because, in the comics, if you don't know, Nebula is the one who takes the gauntlet and redoes everything. She does the snap in the comics. So I would have enjoyed it to be similar to that in the movie. Like, she comes in, she's like, "Give me the goddamn gauntlet, boy." Instead of like Captain Marvel, because that would have been an interesting scene. Like Thanos pops up, because I don't think at that point Thanos knew that his Nebula was killed. So he would have been like, "Daughter, what are you doing?" And
that's a good impression. I like that.
And then Captain Marvel comes down. She's like, "Alright, hit me, baby, one more time," and they just get into it. Like that would have been a better like situation for me. And plus, I'm pretty sure everyone else would have enjoyed like 10 extra minutes of like everyone fighting. Because no offense, the Guardians didn't really do much. I would have enjoyed having the Guardians and the Avengers, like Drax and Hulk, in that one battleship. You know what I mean? Like that would have been cool.
It would have been nice to see Hulk do something, but we saw nothing from this man after he snapped.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that. Don't worry. But yeah, I just feel like they could have handled that a little bit better. Like, we get that Captain Marvel is the most powerful. I wouldn't say she's the strongest, but Thanos pretty much proved that he can body the rest of the Avengers. He is the strongest threat they've ever faced. In fact, he's the strongest and most powerful at the moment. So,
and see that? Oh, go ahead.
No, keep going.
I was gonna say that's another thing about like young Thanos, like 2014 Thanos. I guess they were going for the idea that like he was more powerful than he was, in like 2018, because he didn't have any stones, like you said, and he was just bodying people left and right.
Yeah.
With just a sword.
Yeah.
And he had the stones, and he was struggling against fucking Doctor Strange and Thor. So I'm a little confused. So I'm like, maybe he just got weaker. He like aged a lot during the those 4 years, or he just got like out of shape or something. I don't know.
I think it's more of like he got the stones and he's like, I have no idea how to fucking use these. I think it's more of that than like, I'm a little fatter than I used to be. I used to have I used to spit bars when I was young. I used to commit genocide every Thursday, but every 4 weeks I commit genocide. My dick don't work. like shit like that. I think it was more of the fact that he didn't have like the stones, because don't forget, even when he had the stones and like his younger self had the stones, he didn't do anything his future self did. Literally, he could have just phased through everything and then snapped, but he didn't, because he didn't know how. He didn't have the extra couple of days to practice. He just got it. And he's like, yo, nigga, I've been looking for these for about 5 weeks.
That's right, because it all happened within like a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it makes sense because the Mind Stone was the last stone he got, so yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I texted someone.
But, I mean, yeah, I just, as for that scene with Captain Marvel.
There was a scene, Orbital. I didn't tell you this. I'm pretty sure you read it. There was an all-female hero scene.
Oh, yeah, A4's moment.
Yeah,
is that a real thing?
It was it's a real team, and it was a real scene. Like, here's the thing: when Wicked was talking about how you gonna get the gauntlet over there, Okoye, the Black Panther's war general, was like, "Do not worry, she is not alone." And then Pepper Potts in her Iron Woman suit comes in. All the female members come in.
That shit was dope.
Wait, Pepper's a.
Oh yeah, Tony gave Pepper some Iron Man armor.
Yeah, just in case. It's a just in case, and this was the just in case.
She became like rescue or whatever.
But my thing was, I was like, I don't know, I don't mind like empowering females, but I don't know, something about that was just weird. Like, it's like, wait, why were all of you females together? Why aren't you like separated? You know what I mean? This whole battle.
Yeah, I guess it was like a. Okay.
Because here's the thing, even
either a feminism moment or it was an A-Force reference. Either way.
If it's an A-Force reference, I'm cool with it. But if it was a feminist moment, it didn't work because literally Captain Marvel like went at the like Mach 1 through everyone and left the rest of the females behind. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Captain Marvel makes the whole scene fall flat on its face.
Yeah, so it's like,
I'm out of here, girls.
Previously overpowered.
Like literally, it was like, don't worry, she will not be alone. And Captain Marvel looks at him like, fuck you, bitch. And she comes back. And Okoye just looks around like, I knew she was full.
Like, the scene would have been more impactful had it been Nebula. Because then it really would have been, like, the question, like, well, oh, shit, how is she going to fight this whole army? You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, with Captain Marvel, it's like, I mean, of course she's just going to blow through the army. She can do that shit solo. And then she did it solo, so I'm just like, okay. Like, it was a nice moment, but, again, it just fell flat on its face.
A small part of my soul, just the smallest, wanted someone to like, because they were passing the gauntlet off to other characters. It was like, I got it.
Oh, yeah, first it was Black Panther, then Spider-Man.
Hawkeye, then Black Panther found him like, Clint, give the gauntlet to me.
Oh yeah, and then he just started rushing.
Yeah,
that nigga was. I was like,
it would have been fucking dope if like Spider-Man gets tackled, and Wanda sees it falling into like one of like I don't know. Approximately
just one of the Blackwater's hands, yeah.
And then
she catches it.
And then her brother just looks at her and she's like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "What? You didn't see that?"
That would have been. Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Because then at the end they could have been like, she's like, "How did you come back? Was it the snap?" And he's like, "It's not the snap. It's a little more complicated." And I'm like, "Yo, what?
It's a little more complicated.
Who's bringing y'all back?" Like. I would have just been like that small part of my soul, but I love the Russo brothers. I love what they do with the characters, but this is a weird thing to say. There's a small part of me, another small part of me that doesn't feel like they're comic book guys. They see it in a very straightforward narrative, but they don't leave anything else open.
Because of that whole Hulk arm thing. Well, do you want to get into that now?
We'll get into that later. But it's like, with Civil War, they didn't leave...
Wait, I'm hearing all this. But y'all leaving out one main character. Important character.
Wait, let me take a guess. Drax?
Okay, you guess, Wicked.
I'm gonna say Iron Man, but I doubt it.
No.
gold.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, why are you asking that question? You didn't even watch the movie.
I know, but y'all leaving out.
We haven't even gotten to all the characters. We haven't even gotten to Doctor Strange. We haven't gotten to Iron Man, Ant-Man, Rhodey. Okay. We haven't gotten to any of them yet. Don't worry.
Okay, but did you get to Groot?
Groot literally was.
Groot was in the movie for like 5 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, he was in.
He was.
That scene.
He was quite literally just in like one tiny scene.
Like that scene we were talking about where Thanos was like rain fire, where he meant like fire on the troops. Rocket ran and grabbed Groot and just yelled in his ear like, "No!" That was literally the scene.
That was it. Like,
that's why I was like, it would have been a much better idea for them to have assaulted the ship instead of like had Captain Marvel do it, because then they would have given more screen time back to the characters that like were gone. Because like it would have been awesome for someone to come like a scene where Quill and Wasp are side by side, like, yeah. So apparently we've been gone for, or he's like, the man with the talking cape says we've been gone for 5 years, and Wasp is like, what? like that would have been a great interaction. Like, you have all these B list actors next to each other, and you don't even have scenes.
That's fucked up. They just showed up for 1 second.
Yes.
And then they go home.
Yes, and I was like, that's why I was like, the Russo brothers really try to make this as simple as possible. Like, I don't know.
The biggest fight in the universe.
Yeah. Thanos was different from the first movie. Like, everybody literally, even Wicked did it. They act like they're two different people, but that's because of the way they acted. Like, literally, past Thanos was like, I'm just going to kill everyone, and I'm going to enjoy killing. Future Thanos is like, I'm killing to protect and keep us alive.
Exactly. Future Thanos was like, sorry. Future Thanos was like, listen, I'm doing this because I have to. Because I'm your papa. I'm the universe's papa.
Past Thanos was like, I'm doing this because it makes my dick wet.
Facts, I'm just like,
daddy.
okay.
And soon I'll be the universe's daddy.
This nigga said, I'm going to enjoy what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because like what I'm gonna do next.
Like, that upset me, because the entire time I was like, oh, they have to have a reason why Thanos is doing it. It couldn't just be because he wants to, like, wipe out half the universe. Turns out it is. It's literally
That's literally it.
He enjoys killing people. In the first movie, you don't see it.
So it's not about balance.
My thing is, what happened in those 4 years that allowed him to change his mind, or I guess shift his perspective a bit?
I'm trying to think. Like, when Thanos was in the first movie, he was always like near people that he quote unquote cared about. He was telling people what he was doing, so they would follow him. But when he was in Endgame, he was like, yeah, I'm just doing it to kill. So I'm trying to remember, like, who was he near that he would be like, I'm doing this so we could eat freely or some crap. He was telling that to Doctor Strange, and I think he was telling that to him probably to trick him.
Thing like, okay, well,
yeah, like he had the reality stone. He could have been like, there's the thing, we'll never know because the Russos didn't expand enough on that.
And then they killed him, so there's no chance there's no chance to expand upon his character anymore because they killed him off.
They killed him twice.
That's, like you said, the Russos are phenomenal directors, storytellers.
You're cutting
out.
Oh, I was saying that like you said, that's what I hate about their movies the most. They're phenomenal directors and storytellers, but they deal in absolutions, and that's not good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because it doesn't leave room for anything else.
Yeah.
Another director that does that was.
Okay, leave the podcast.
Back. Hold on. Okay, better?
Yes. I have a Slim Jim.
I was saying another director that did that was Rian Johnson with The Last Jedi.
Yeah, how he completely killed Snoke.
Exactly. The story itself wasn't that terrible. I mean, it's debatable.
But the simple fact that they killed Snoke off in the movie,
yeah,
and you could tell that was his decision.
yeah,
Because of all the build-up and mystery, you know, surrounding Snoke in The Force Awakens. Essentially feel like their time was wasted and their energy was wasted.
I see it from Rian Johnson's perspective, though. Like, I can hear myself on your side. Like, okay, good. I can see it from Rian Johnson's perspective because, like, as a fan of Star Wars, when I saw the movie, the first one, I was like, it's literally a remake of one. Like, it's not beat for beat, but a lot of the plot is a remake. And for me, it was like one of the things I did. Main villain. Was always like out of reach. Like Sidious was there, but he was out of reach. Yeah, he was there and out of reach for every movie. For me,
he was there, but he was like in the background for every movie except for 6.
Yeah, for me, if I was Rian Johnson, I'd be like, I would have wanted Kylo straight up to be the main villain because he's someone who's like on the battlefield. He's someone who's on this point, which is what J.J. Abrams is like. No, you can't do that because he's now bringing Sidious back, and I'm like. But is Kylo still like?
I mean, yeah. And you know they claim that was the plan all along. I think they're lying.
It may have been
because unless they always intended for Rey's origins to be linked to Palpatine, there's no reason for him to be back. It doesn't make for literally any reason other than fan service.
Palpatine.
Like that's it. That's literally it.
I would be happy if like Palpatine goes like, yeah, I tried to create Rey because Sidious created Anakin, right?
Yeah, he did.
I would be happy if Sidious is like, I tried to create Rey because I kind of felt Vader was useless after he lost his dick, and then Rey became good for some strange reason, so I'm back. Or some shit. I don't even know. It can't work. It can't work, but I want to see how it's going to work.
It can, but it can't. Because, okay, you could go with my theory saying that, you know, after the Emperor was killed, you know, the whole EU story happened where Palpatine was cloned or, you know, what have you. One of his clones just so happened to be female, etc., etc.
Which would explain her British, like, accent.
Exactly. And then they could say that since, you know, she was, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but, you know, since they believed her to be imperfect, because she turned out to be a different, you know, sex, they essentially just dumped her. And so, you know, that's how they sold her off to a couple of junkies, and the junkies jumped her on Jakku.
That's one thing.
You know, for some money.
Because the way Palpatine is, I like where your theory's going, but I do not think they would just sell her. I think they'd be like, yo, in like 24 years, some black guy is just going to pick you up. Deuces. And they fly off. Because I don't feel like Palpatine would do... Okay, we're really getting off course.
Said this was a Marvel base.
I mean, it's still Disney, so...
Oh, true. Disney has... Now think about it. Disney has everything.
Shut up. All right.
Everything.
Let's talk about America's Got Talent, which is also owned by Disney. Did you fucking see how that bitch raised her octaves 3? No? Okay. Gold, speak, bitch. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't really watch, you know.
No. Endgame. I'm sorry.
Okay, Endgame?
Yeah. We're gonna have to put back on Star Wars Wicked.
Personally, I liked it, but although... You know, the time thing kind of just... I'm still trying to figure it out.
All right, we didn't even get to the time part. Woo!
Oh, dear God.
Only thing I don't like about it is when you mess with time, it screws everything else up.
Yeah, there was literally a point where Tony was like, you mess with time has a habit of messing with you back. And the part where time messes with you back is Thanos from the past came into the future, and he's like, "Hey, you got a
Hey,
nice world
niggas,
here.
I'm
Hey,
thick,
niggas, I'm back."
thick as fuck. Take your hoe, take your planet, take your bitches. I'm the pimp of this universe.
These universe. You see these gloves?
Apparently, I did it once.
Did what?
Now I'll do it again.
Oh. Yeah,
No,
Okay, what?
Gold was like, apparently I've like killed you all once. I'll do it again. Like, there were certain. Give me a second. I got charged.
Okay.
wait. Hold on.
What?
So you're saying, so y'all are saying that there's alternate universes, right?
Yes. Yes.
So there's an alternate Thanos.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay, so yeah, okay, but all right. See, here's the problem with that.
No, wait. What did Orbital say?
I said if there's an alternate universe, there's an alternate Thanos.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
Well, I'm okay with that, but
Don't worry.
because it's still
Well, so long as
still
it's there,
connected.
of course.
Yeah.
So anybody can travel. I mean, dimension hop and be like, okay, Thanos. Like a villain can be like, come on, Thanos, we can
You know what my
team up
You know what my favorite thing
again.
was? Like Orbital's talking about? Like, what if Thanos came back and everyone's like, yeah, we can beat him again, and this nigga just shoots?
You lagged out.
No,
You cut out.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Thanos just like came from another universe and all the Avengers are like, hey, it's this nigga again. We fought him a few years ago. We're stronger than we were before. And this nigga just shoots like lasers from his fist. Only a real
Everybody.
Marvel fan would be like, yo, is that comic book Thanos?
Yeah. Everybody in the theater will be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute. wait.
On his arm, he has 616 tattooed, and he's like, yeah. It's about, you are all going to die.
And then in the comics, it's just like this big ass story about how somebody wanted to bring order to somebody wanted to bring order to the main Marvel universe, so they just started branding everybody with the 616 tattoo.
Or something. It's like a big story. It's like all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, all these portals just started to open up, and people went missing. Shocker, Electro, Wilson Fisk, Thanos, apparently. Like, people just went missing.
All the villains.
And they're back now. We don't know where they went.
Zemo, Skull.
Black Captain America. I mean, he wasn't a villain, but I don't agree with that.
It's not America. It's not the American
It's
way.
not really American to me. It's more
Wait, are you talking about Sam Wilson or Isaiah Bradley?
Nah, just a black Captain America.
Just a random.
But there's two of them.
Nah, just a random black guy. Named Steve
Fucking
Rogers, who is black. And they're just racist. They're just, I don't know how his afro fit under that helmet. And it's like, yeah, he has a buzz cut. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. But yeah, an alternate Thanos could come. An alternate anything could come. But
That's what I'm saying. They fucked up.
They didn't fuck.
Unless
he's not dead. He's not dead.
Here's the problem with that. If Mysterio is lying, that will fuck everything up.
Well,
He's not from an alternate universe.
yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what a lot of the fan base believes. He might be lying.
Yeah. It's something he's known to do. He's an illusionist.
Yeah. I genuinely hope he's not lying about the multiverse thing. I hope he's lying about which Earth he's from.
I kind of do. I hope he's lying that he's from it, but he's trying to get to one.
Oh, so he can meet up with his double?
Yeah, like he's like... Remember the original idea I was telling you about Mysterio? Because I was like, what if he knows magic, but he's not good with it at all? And
like, it's really low level. Yeah.
Like, he sees all these other people using magic, and he's like, I can barely, like, make my ass open up.
I can barely eat ice cream.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
So, like, what's going on? So he uses all these illusion shits, constantly trying to, like, use magic to get closer and closer to, tech to get closer and closer to magic. And then it's just like, hey, somehow I found a dimension to Dormammu, who says, hey, open this up, I'll give you this magic. So he's not saying he's from another Earth, he's just trying to get back. But then it's like, why would he be at Earth unless someone sent something? I don't know. Because for some strange reason, there's still an idea that he can control the elementals. And I'm like, if he can control them, that doesn't sound like tech. That sounds like legit magic.
Oh yeah, that one scene where he was in that water.
Well, he was fighting that one, but
I
like,
mean, unless the elementals are beings that he created using science.
I hope not, because then I can imagine it's like, wow, that one's made of sand, Sandman. Wow, that one's made of Hydro Man. And Nick Fury's like, nigga, did you just say Hydro? You mean water? Nah, Hydro Man. Hydro sounds cooler. Shut your Spider-Man.
He made Scorpio, or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, I remember that one
human
scene.
Scorpion.
He was trying to recruit Peter, and Peter was like, "Well, I don't know if I'm the right superhero to handle this. I'm just, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man."
Why are they making Spider-Man do this shit?
Bro, this man said, "Bitch, please, you been a you better get your ass." I was like,
face, nigga.
Yeah, it's true. But even then, like, Iron Man questioned that. He's like, why are you in space? He's like, you can't be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there is no space. I mean, no neighborhood.
Yeah. You can be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there's no neighborhood.
Wait. In the trailer.
Hold on. We'll get to that. I want to finish up Endgame. I want to finish up Endgame. All right. For Endgame.
Okay, Hulk.
No.
Hulk.
No, hold up. For Endgame, they missed so many good opportunities for good phrases. So many good lines could have been said. Like what Gold said gave me an idea. The moment all of these Avengers start showing up, like if they literally had Josh Brolin, Thanos say, "Apparently I've killed you all before." He just cuts the tip of his fingers and he's like, "I'm gonna do it again, slowly." Like I would be like, "That's cool. That's dope."
Everybody, all of y'all, this time.
Or when he's fighting like Thor and Iron Man and
Cap.
I was telling Wicked is like they missed the greatest like phrase ever.
Yeah.
Like to explain why Thor, even using Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, couldn't beat Thanos. Like all he had to do was
together,
like
you.
All Thanos had to do was like Thor. All that had happened was Thor was like my brother said, "You'll never be a god," and Thanos grabs him by both his wrists and pulls his arms apart. He's like, head comes in close. He's just like, "What's a god to a titan?" Kicks him in the chest, sends him 50 feet back. I was like, "Yo, my virginity,
this is it, man.
My virginity. Where did it go?"
This is what happened.
This is heaven.
This is what happened. It's
like I would have been like, "Yo, they missed so many good phrases."
Maybe that was a phrase and I have to cut it out.
Dude, he's literally known as the Mad Titan. Nobody thought, yo, Titans, gods, let's do it. Man, fucking sucks.
maybe next time you should ask them.
It's too late now. But here's the thing, I think
or a blur cut.
A blur cut, hell yeah. Just anime dub it. You know, Thanos might have been lying because there's that comment someone made for Gamora, because like in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 it said Gamora is the last of her people,
but so, she's not really.
But is she? It said it in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, unless they retconned it or like Thanos straight up lied. He's like, yeah, I kept them like half alive. It's like, no, I fucking murdered them.
I slaughtered all of them. I killed them all.
I hated their green skin.
They tried to oppress me. They tried to stop me. You know.
After I gave you ice cream and sent you in with the mall, I just cracked my knuckles and started playing. I can't think of nothing. Nope.
I feel bad for Nebula.
I do too.
Because she wanted to win. She hated the torture of getting her body replaced by robots, and Gamora didn't do shit. She just kept on beating her like.
That was my favorite part about like Guardians. That was my favorite part about Infinity War. I mean Endgame, because they showed like an older Gamora who kind of has like an evil vibe to her.
You mean a younger Gamora?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, further back, but yeah, younger Gamora who has like that evil vibe with her. Because if you see the comic book that led up to like Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora is a bitch. Like, she cuts off one of Nebula's hands. And she's like, you're not fast enough.
Dumb hoe.
Yeah, you dumb hoe. And I'm like, yeah. Like, Orbital, if you didn't know this, future Nebula kills past Nebula because she's just hesitant on betraying Thanos.
Because Gamora's
With that, and
hesitant.
she tries to shoot Hawkeye.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, she has to kill Past because she's evil.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just in case you're wondering, Gold, how does that work? How does Nebula killing her past self not destroy her future self?
That's
no,
another.
no, think about
Well,
that.
Well, no, there is no way around it, technically, because, yes, even though both nebulas are there and only one nebula is still there, the past nebula is gone. Well, okay, here's how this is going to work. It's going to suck. Think about it in alternate universes, like how we write comics. So even though past nebula died in the future with present nebula, there's still a universe that, you know, none of that shit ever happened. Like, they still continued. The snap still happened. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, kind of adding to that, I was going to bring up that the old one, or the ancient one, pretty much, how she was explaining, if you take the time stone from that time, it releases the darkness and all that, and how Banner pretty much talked about it. But if you put it back, it's almost as if it never happened.
Correct.
But she did mention, in your time, if you try to save your time. And so that could kind of imply that there's another alternate reality.
Oh, yeah. There's an alternate reality where literally Thanos never really came. Like, if you think about it, there's an alternate reality where Peter Quill got the Power Stone and that was it. Nebula never came through. Gamora never came through.
Like, the Guardians were never formed.
Yeah, that's that universe. That's what that happened. And as I was
telling Drax never got his revenge because Thanos was already dead. Damn.
Yeah, and he would have been mainly focused on Ronan, who wasn't there, so Ronan no longer has a leader. So when you think about it, like I was telling Wicked, Marvel has all of these opportunities now that they need to look at, because, like, Loki got away. If you didn't know this, Orbital, Loki from Avengers...
Yeah.
Did I tell you this?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. Loki got away, which means there's an alternate universe now.
Loki got away after the Battle of New York.
And anything could have happened.
Okay, so I think they're going to go into that in his solo series.
Maybe.
Solo series?
Yeah, he gets a TV show, and so does Scarlet Witch and Vision.
And Hawkeye. And Sam and Bucky.
It's hard to tell when these take place, because, like, after Infinity War and, during Endgame, is like, there's all these positions, like, Hawkeye was murdering, like, gangs all over the world. So it's like, they could literally just go from that and, like, here's what he's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally just be like, oh, yeah, here's another old Marvel character he used to know. Her name is Mockingbird. It's like, are you kidding me? Mockingbird?
Well, no, they already in the...
I know, she's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but you never know.
Yeah.
The one that can bend sound, right?
That's
Black
Songbird.
That's Songbird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll get her soon, if the rumors are true. Hey, yeah. Yeah, there's a Thunderbolts coming. AKA... Allegedly. AKA Marvel's version of Suicide Squad.
Live action, right?
Live action, yeah.
Okay.
But, like... I guess we can go into what you and I were discussing, Wicked. Like, all of these, like, avenues they can go into. Mm-hmm. Because, like, there was a 5-year gap between Infinity War and Endgame. That's 5 years of anything, which means that's like a whole year of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents gone missing and villains getting out.
Yep. And that's why I really think they're going to get into that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because they have to explore that. They have to expand upon that.
Yeah. Like me and Wicked were talking about is, like, if you look at it like this, Thanos destroyed the Nova Corps. He decimated half of every living creature in the universe.
The universe should be in complete and utter chaos right now. Like, I know the surviving Avengers are still keeping track of things
on their planet.
But I mean, yeah, on Earth. And Captain Marvel was basically dealing with all the other stuff out in space by herself.
Which means, and then if you look at it like this, when there's an attack, think about it like 9/11. When there was an attack, what do? We bolstered our defenses. We got stronger, like military-wise. So it's not far to believe that an alien race would have done the exact same thing. In fact, if you look at it like this, like, yes, even though half the population was brought back, all of a sudden, like, they pretty much showed they can track when the Infinity Stones were used. All of a sudden, like, every alien species in the universe is like, there's that fucking signature again, and it's on Earth. Again. Yeah. Like, that,
twice.
That brings
no,
every alien...
times.
Yeah,
three times. Wow.
That brings every alien like, yo, there's something on Earth, and we gotta wipe it out.
They'll be like, yo, somebody's been fucking with this.
And they don't know it's Thanos, so
they don't know
somebody's been... The stones!
So they just come up.
Yeah, they literally just show up.
Okay.
No, hold on.
They
literally just show up and like, give us the stones. It's like, the stones aren't here. Where are they? It's a long story. All right, we'll just destroy your planet then, because for some strange reason, someone came here with the stones, and you somehow killed him. You're dangerous, Earth. Continue, Wicked.
Okay, so they do know that it's Thanos. They went into that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They don't know...
every other species.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember...
Because there was like a core group, the Kree, not the Skrulls, I weren't there. The Kree, I want to say the not the Moragians, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm getting at. The Kree, it was a bunch of other people.
And they know.
It's fine, just keep going.
But yeah, anyway, they noticed Thanos' warpath across the universe, and they were like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. Because in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there was a whole bunch of, like, Kree and other aliens hiding on Earth or whatever, and they were like, yo, this nigga's coming here, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And so that was a thing. And then that whole situation with Graviton happened, and yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk about that. I'm still upset that they didn't have him fight Hulk. Anyways. But yeah, like, the fact that, like, all of these Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all of these government agencies, like, just left, means nobody was watching, like, characters like Abomination. Like, I was telling Wiki, it would be so dope if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mentioned, like, Orbital and Gold. You know who Abomination is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hulk too, right?
Correct. It would be so dope if in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they go like, yeah, when the snap happened, the person or the people who was supposed to keep like Blonsky ice disappeared. He thawed out and broke out, and the Avengers with all their might tried to fight him, and they nearly died. Like, I would have been like, yo, hold up. Excuse you. Where's that movie? Like, I want to see all of this. 5 fucking years have passed.
And we don't have a movie to show for it.
We don't have movies, comics, TVs, Netflix series, anything to show for it. And I think Marvel's like, we have 5 years to play with. We can do anything.
They really do. They want to do something.
Right.
For it. What would they do, though?
Dude, I just named a few. There's so many things they could do. Like, literally, they can bring aliens. Like, Captain Marvel's like, listen, you don't have to go to Earth. It's like, Marvel. Literally, it went to Earth. It left Earth. We can go end it now. It's like, it's not on Earth. Thanos is not on Earth. He's dead. We killed him. He destroyed the stones. Then all hope is lost. Like, little 10-minute TV spots like they used to do. Well, 5, but like 10. Like, Marvel has all the chips in their playfield. All they have to do is tell every viewer, like, you know, there was 5 years. Let's not forget that. Like,
yeah.
They have it all. Their dick is on the table, and it's drinking a martini with them.
All the little one-shot. Yeah, I remember all the little one-shots they had with their DVD releases and stuff.
Yeah. That's how I knew Blonsky was, like, frozen. Because that's pretty much how they explain it. It's like, you know, the Abomination is frozen here. And it's like, cool.
Wait, it was on what? TV?
It was a 5-minute spot, a 5-minute TV spot on, I forgot what movie. I think Thor. But like, literally, there's. Oh, I didn't tell you this, Orbital. But did I tell you that Thor moved Asgard to Earth?
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, like
So he moved. He picked it up or something.
no.
Oh yeah, Valkyrie's the new queen of Asgard, by the
He
way.
picked up all of Asgard. That would have been dope, but no, he literally, cause like his people nearly died. He basically sent a transformer beacon. It was like, hey, come to Earth. It's safe here. This is the only place we've got.
And so they all went to Earth and built new Asgard.
Oh,
And it's actually just a tiny little town.
Which tells you that Thanos really wrecked them.
Yep.
Like, Hela destroyed all of the Asgardian warriors, and Thanos just killed a bunch of civilians.
You know what that means, right?
What up?
There's gonna be Asgardian human half breeds now.
There's always been that, but like, I would love if they like address that at one point. Like, hey, you know, the Asgardians,
they like the fuck.
They're like no, it's like someone from Nordic people, and like, you know, Asgard is on Earth. What? Nah. Really? Like, yeah, Thor is really over there. That can't be. Like, have that religious. Well, don't have that religious conversation. But like, Marvel, you have all the chips in your. You have the whole board. You bought the company that made the chips. Like, play with them. Hire me. I'll play with your chips.
Go kill him.
But you see what I mean, Wicked?
Yeah.
Wicked's mind is fucking blown. He's like, yo, hold up. All of
No, I mean, sorry.
That means eating a pickle.
A pickle.
I mean chips.
But yeah. Sorry about that. Gold, anything you want to add on?
Dang, I had an idea. Kind of slipped me. I mean, originally I was gonna ask, like, but if they're really different time streams, then how do you explain Captain America growing old? But, you know, I don't want to get too deep into that.
That's easy. So apparently, since it's still his time, they just followed, like, their original time stream. So he went back to his time, he turned everything back in. Don't know how he got the Soul Stone back. Don't know how he didn't run into the Red Skull. Don't know why Marvel didn't address that, which was dumb. I'm sorry, I'm still angry about that. Like, how do you have Captain America, and the Red Skull in the same movie, and you don't have, like...
And they don't interact.
Oh, yeah,
like, they don't even meet each other.
Like, that's just...
Unless it was, like, a head nod or something, like...
They nod.
Martin Luther King and the leader of the KKK, they see each other. They nod. It's like, what are y'all nodding about? Remember when we killed each other's races? It was fun. Let's do it again sometime. Maybe in the rematch. 6K, brother. 6K. Dumbass. Nod.
They just nod.
They give each other a little dap.
What's up? What's up, my brother?
What up, Skull? What up, Cuz?
Walk on.
He just throws the stone on the ground and walks away.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll keep this safe. Nobody's gonna come. But yeah, Captain America just essentially went back in time, met up with Peggy, and lived his life as an old man. And the way it would have worked is he would have knew all of these events were going to happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that he knew it, he's like, just have faith and trust in the Avengers. We'll do it.
She was like, who? Oh, I'll tell you about that later on.
No, who are you? Oh, right.
Oh, shit.
Alzheimer's. A bonk. That's the sound of his shield cracking his skull. Oh, Orbital's gone. Orbital's back. Yeah. So I think that's about all we have for Endgame. Anyone have anything else to talk about? Ask questions, ideas, thoughts, comments, concerns?
I hated the fact that Black Widow died so early on with no build-up.
Yeah. I personally felt like more Avengers should have died. More main characters, too. Like
Thanos? Maybe.
Not just Thanos, but like other characters. Like, I don't know how to say it, but Okoye needed to die. Because Marvel had her, like, Okoye is the bald African.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel had her on every poster for Avengers, and dude, she only like showed up twice.
Well, I don't think she needed to die, but I definitely think she deserved more action than she got.
I don't think she deserved to be on the poster. That's about it. Like, even Hawkeye didn't get that much time.
Showing all these niggas and they didn't get no time.
Like, all she did was like go like, "Hey, Namor exists, the King of Atlantis," and called it a day.
Oh, she name dropped Namor?
She didn't name drop him. All of a sudden, she was like, "Hey."
It was implied.
Yeah, it was like, "Hey, for some strange reason, there's these weird earthquakes going on in the Atlantic Ocean." And Black Widow was like, "Okay, what are you gonna do with it?" She's like, "Bitch, it's an earthquake in the ocean. You do nothing." But if you went down there, you would have saw Namor just bench pressing a fucking dead whale, like 50, 51, 52. And then he would have saw Captain Marvel. He would have saw Captain Marvel in her breast. He's like, 338.
I never seen such.
He makes that noise as his gills open. 339. 340. And rips the whale in half. And he's like, "Hey, welcome to my kingdom. I'm Namor, but you can call me Pop."
I'm fucking dead.
And she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to stop with these earthquakes." "Nah, baby, that's just me working out."
That's just me. Get used to it.
Get used to it. You a surface dweller? Nah, I'm a space dweller. Hey, that's freaky. You got good feet? What? None. He swims the fuck away. She fucking calls the Avengers. Yeah, there's this fucking pervert down here.
There's this fish guy.
There's this fucking fish dude with wings for feet. Oh yeah, he has wings on his feet, if you didn't know.
Yeah. So he can, I don't know, swim faster, I guess.
So he can fucking fly. They were like, "Yo, this man can like probably body the Hulk on land and in ocean. What if he bodied the Hulk in air?" It was like, I don't think he needs to, but he will. Alright, sure, whatever. Anyways, I think that's about it. We're literally an hour in and we just finished the first fucking topic. What did I tell you all? Now a word from our sponsors, Orbital.
Have you ever wanted to have some burgers? Go down to the Burger Shack down at 1938 Freeway 917 on the Avenue of Blockberry and get you down some burgers. And
what city? What state?
The state of New Hampshire McDonald's, and get you down a burger, and you can customize that burger however you like. You want some fish on it? Have some fish. Thank you.
Please don't listen to him. Come get a burger from Burger King, because it's a burger from Burger King, baby.
Alright, and we got that soundboard down, and now we know what we're going to put on Twitter. Gotcha. That is a word from our sponsors, Burger Shack and Burger King. Hey everyone, it's Kid Blur back, and we're going to continue our discussion on Marvel with Spider-Man Far, Far From Home. Gentlemen, we've all seen the trailer, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked, I remember that you said you... Oh, yeah, we'll get to Hulk in the director part. But Wicked, I do remember you said something about Spider-Man that you wanted to get into.
Okay. I like what they're doing with this character. Okay. Real quick. Multiverse. In a recent trailer, for those of you who don't know, the multiverse was introduced. Basically, context. Fury recruits Spider-Man to work alongside Mysterio and take down the Elemental. Mysterio introduces himself and explains that he's from another Earth in the multiverse. Now, a big part of Mysterio's character in the comics is that he's a pathological liar. So, if he's lying about being from another Earth, there's a solid chance that we don't actually have a multiverse after all, and that closes a lot of potential doors. And that sucks.
For people that want X-Men.
For me. I'm one of those people.
I mean, but if they do make movies of multiverses, then does it even matter? Does it even? I want to stay on the same Earth.
Like you're saying, yeah, I get what you're saying. Honestly, I'm not.
Here's
I think it's a.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wicked.
I was just saying. I think it will. I think personally, for me, I would want it to be a plot device that would allow us to get more stuff from different characters that may not have had, the best endings in Endgame. But I don't want it to be a constant thing. If that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying, Orbital?
A constant, or like brought back somebody back to life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, say for example, they wanted to do more Black Widow content. Okay, fine. Bring one version of Black Widow from another Earth this one time, and you better not do it ever again.
I don't think they should bring. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah.
Unless you do like an emotional type baggage thing where it's like they'd rather not do it again.
Like look how.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's got to be like a serious build up if they do that.
Wait.
The best example of how the multiverse could fail is the CW verse. Like I love the Flash season 1 to 2, 3 was iffy. 4. Okay, I might be skipping a few, but like literally they just kept on bringing Black Canary back from other dimensions, and it was just like this is getting ridiculous at this point.
Well, okay. The first Black Canary died with Sarah Lang. And then her sister Laurel took over. But then Sarah was brought back as the White Canary. So then we had the Black and the White Canary. Then Laurel died. Yeah, Laurel died as the Black Canary. So then we got another Black Canary, Dinah. And then we got Earth 2 Laurel Lance, who was Black Siren. And then she became Black Canary again. So,
but don't forget, Earth X, Black Canary. Which is what we're trying to get to, is like they just kept on bringing Black Canary from different Earths, and it lost its charm. Because like, not even that, is like you also had like different like Harrison Wells from different Earths. It's like, that's cool and all, but it's like you've lost everyone's interest. Like it's a cool idea, it's a cool plot device every couple of seasons, but you use it every 4 episodes.
Didn't they, whatchamacallit, say that if they die, it doesn't really matter because they're no names. So
that's the Legends, yeah.
Yeah, that was depressing, and it's sad because Legends, the show. Well, no, it wasn't depressing for me personally, but I'm saying like the simple fact that was the case, it was like, damn, like y'all really don't matter. But I mean, the show itself isn't even that good anymore, in my opinion.
It stopped being good after like season
2. Yeah, it peaked at season. No, you missed the season 2 finale. That shit was
I saw
dark.
season 2 finale, and I was just like, it's because they ruined the JSA for me. That's pretty much it. That's what made me go like, I can't get with this show anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean they couldn't have any of the big characters,
They probably could have. They had Obsidian, dude.
They had I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's not like they would have Sky.
I know, but like,
or fucking Hawkman,
like,
or Jay Garrett could have been up there, but
there's like, CW failed at the multiverse. For me, I would use the multiverse like this for Marvel. Like I was telling Wicked, if for the Justice teams, our independent property, I keep forgetting the I part of IP, but whatever. Our creations, like in comparison, if like, I don't know, Orbital showed up in the Flash universe, Orbital would like, if Orbital could talk and Orbital showed up in the Flash universe, he would be like, yo, you guys, y'all dealing with bitch ass villains, like what the hell? Half the people I fight lift buildings. Like, you lost to a dude
Pinky.
Yeah. You lost to a dude who spits out marbles. Like, come on, Flash.
Marvel Man.
So that's the idea, is like, for Marvel, I would be like, yo, all of these
we joke about the shit you go through.
Yeah, like, so for Marvel, I would be like, all of these major villains, like, here's the best thing. Like, think about it like this for Mysterio. What if he is from a different Earth? And, like, he's doing all these cool shits. He's, like, taking out all these heroes, and he's like, of course he betrays Spider-Man Far, Far From Home. Maybe. And if he does that and he beats he almost beats Spider-Man, he's like, his helmet's broken, he's gasping for air, he's like, Spider-Man, on my world, you would have kicked my ass a long time ago. And that's the thing is like, these villains from these other worlds are like, or these characters like, our world is a lot more dangerous than your world. That's why we're here. Because there's nothing.
It's easier.
Yeah, there's nothing dangerous here. Like, my Spider-Man is in his 30s and he doesn't pull his punches. Also, he goes by Superior for some strange reason. You, kid, you took your mask off the moment I saw you.
You fucked up right then and there. I killed Aunt May.
So that's the only thing I could think of like for the multiverse. Like, they don't have to use the multiverse to explain the Fantastic Four. They literally could be like, yeah, the Fantastic Four went to like the no void universe back
or the negative zone.
Or the negative zone for like, oh, I'm sorry, no void is Ben 10. The negative zone for like, okay, let's say they went into the negative zone back in the 90s or the 80s. And then they show up again. It's like, dude, we've been gone for like 5 hours. It's like, you've been gone for 30 years, Richards. It's like, oh shit, Ben, why are you made of rock? Johnny,
he looks at him like, oh shit, I'm a rock.
Ah shit, homie, what's wrong? You feeling good?
Alright. Reed, what's going on, man? You alright? You good?
You good, boy? Reed, your voice, you sound like Bill Cosby. And so like, whoa, we do not say that name here. What's wrong with the Jello pudding? Stop reading.
Yeah, he's referencing Bill Cosby the whole.
We
gotta explain some things.
You missed a lot since you were gone.
Exactly. You missed a lot, Cap. I mean, Bill. I mean, Reed. Fury's like, you know how many fucking times I have to say this? You know how many random ass people come
You know how many people I've had to give this speech to?
I have to
and then he just goes off on this little rant.
Every motherfucking year, I gotta update this motherfucking list.
Every goddamn year. I can see it now.
That would be dope. So that's what I think for Spider-Man. Like, my big thing though is like, a lot of people are like, oh, that's how they're going to introduce mutants. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, how do you introduce an entire species
like that
to another universe? Because it works like this for me. Yes, it would be. I can understand like if they started pouring through and the X-Men were like, we have to make a base here, so we can get like the brothers.
Wait. What up? Can't the X-Men? Who's Cable? Cable can go through alternate dimensions or something.
He can go through the universe. I mean, time.
Cable's with Deadpool.
Which usually like leads to him going to alternate universes, yeah.
So they can do that where he just pops up and he's like.
They're using Cable for Deadpool.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, then
Plus, him and Thanos have the same actor.
Yeah.
Isn't Cable? Wasn't he a black guy?
No, that's Bishop.
No, that's Bishop. Yeah.
Okay, what does he do?
The exact he does what Fable does. He absorbs energy and then he dishes it back out. Then he takes a pistol and then he shoots you. Because he's black.
Oh, black people have guns.
He's more aggressive about the future though. Like Cable's
he likes guns.
Yeah, Cable's like, I don't particularly care about the future or the past. I just care about protecting it. And Bishop's like, I'll never let the future happen. And then he'll shoot a baby. Which is literally what he's been trying to do for the past like 20 years, I think.
I shoot that fucking baby. I don't care.
Like literally, she's a grown woman now, and every once in a while, Bishop's like, I probably should have shot you. I'm gonna try to shoot you now.
He's like stalking. She's just stalking her. Like, if she does one wrong thing, he's like, okay, I'm going back.
Exactly. Like I think someone like Bishop. She can hurl planets. She'll kill you now. I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try.
Like just like that. Like I can understand the mutants just poured over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe over time, and the X-Men were just following them. Like, yeah, Sabretooth's here, so Wolverine's chasing him. It's like, oh my god, Wolverine's in the MCU somewhere. Like, I can understand that, but like because of the mutants come to our world, in the idea of like, oh, it's racist over in our world. It's like, okay, there's no longer that racist aspect for the mutants in the MCU because it doesn't make sense.
Because we love everybody.
Yeah, we're at the point where everyone's like love and equality and shit. Like, yeah. So Because for me,
I mean-
the racism part is what makes the X-Men the most interesting thing.
Because they're muties.
Yeah, because like the past, like
Because they're muties.
yeah, that's one of the main issues I didn't like about the Bryan Singer X-Men universe, because they literally live in one of the most racially divided times in America, the 80s,
Yeah.
the 70s, and the 90s, and I don't hear anyone go like, "Get that fucking mutie off my street."
Kill that fucking mutie!
Yeah, like literally, I would have saw like a member of the KKK come and dap Nightcrawler up and like, "What's good, cuh?" and see a black and like, "Yo, get the noose!
No.
We don't tolerate your kind here." But he's blue.
Yeah, but he's fucking blue. He teleports. That's okay.
He won't. He American. You ain't.
You don't.
Actually, I'm German.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm actually born from Germany. Germany is anagram for American.
It's an anagram. I can see that now. Need to make it.
They need to make it.
I would love that.
I would too, but you know, Marvel's like, Marvel will listen to this, someone will send it to them, and they're like, "Yo, who the fuck are these people, and how do we get them off of YouTube?" ASAP. Spider-Man, right? Far From Home. Actually, Gold. Since you just now saw it, what did you think?
I mean, honestly, to be quite honest, it's a little early to tell.
You say honest
But-
all the time.
Honestly, it is.
I don't know. I mean, pretty much I'm just trying to figure out, like,
Weren't you asking something about Iron Man?
well, yeah, pretty much there was this one trailer they were talking about, like, Happy was comparing, I don't know, Peter to Iron Man or something like that. And it's like, I don't know, maybe as like a pun or something? I don't know. You said something about that earlier before?
Yeah.
About him becoming the next Iron Man or something?
Well, no, that was the cops. They asked him, "Oh, hey, Spider-Man, you about to be the next Iron Man?
But
What's
here's,
with the gap?"
but here's the thing, like 30% of the internet thinks like Gold. They think someone big said that, and now everyone's like, "I don't want Spider-Man to become the next Iron Man." So they literally think Spider-Man is the next Iron Man. I think for some people, like, first of all, he was wearing the Iron Spider suit, which pisses me off
Yeah.
the most. Like, take that off. That's a war suit. You little prick.
Accidental instant kill.
Oh, did you see? Like, did you see that?
Oh yeah, Spider-Man found instant kill in the movie.
In the next movie or the last movie?
No, in Endgame, he finally used it.
Yeah. What were you asking, Orbital?
Did you see the picture where everybody's grouped up? Everybody had their suits and stuff, and Spider-Man had the digital with the
Yeah, I saw it.
CG thing, and I was like, wow.
No, I didn't see that.
It's from Endgame. Like, all of them are together, and like Spider-Man's wearing like this black outfit with green and I think yellow
Yeah.
rectangles over it. Just the CG suit, because it's one thing to give him the real suit, but the Iron Spider, nah.
It's
So
fucked up. It's fucked up because everybody's.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this kid really got the short end of the stick when it came to like all of the other Spider-Men. They were all practical. You get CG.
Yeah.
Then again, he did say he almost blacked out wearing the real Spider-Man suit because they, for some reason, did not hire a cosplayer and he could not breathe.
Yeah, it was that tight.
Yep. But yeah, I don't think Spider-Man will become the next quote-unquote Iron Man. I hate the fact that like I can kind of see how this trailer is like pushing that idea.
I don't want him to.
I
I
think,
want him to just be Spider-Man.
yeah, I think what they're
That's what
trying-
I think. That's the whole point of that. Like they're trying to steer his character in that direction for growth.
I think from
Like he finally comes into his own as Spider-Man
Yeah.
and like as his own superhero.
yeah, for
I'm
me,
sorry, Blair. Go ahead.
For me, I think every time they try to compare him to Iron Man, for me, they are, but not in the way everyone's thinking. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's all tech-based," but I'm thinking like, isn't Spider-Man the face of Marvel? Isn't he supposed to be literally the best of every character, the heart of these people? And
He
isn't
is,
that
though.
what Iron Man was for the last 10 years? So I think what they're trying to push is like, Iron Man's gone. But Tom Holland, there's a reason he was under Iron Man's arms all this time. And then they kick him in front, and he's like, guess who's your new face?
Yeah, he's gonna
He's
be.
like, Avengers is simple, Captain America.
It's gonna be because I remember we mentioned this about a year ago. We were talking about this. Originally, well, not originally. What? Basically, since Iron Man and Cap are gone, they're gonna push Spider-Man and Black Panther to the forefront.
Yeah.
Spider-Man will replace Iron Man, and Black Panther to replace Cap.
Yeah. But now we know for a fact that Falcon will replace Cap.
Yeah.
Well,
Because at the moment,
as Captain America, but I mean, let's be real.
Being real with you, at the moment, I don't see Black Panther being in any other team. Like, as of right now, they've never grown his character to leave Wakanda and work with the others. He's still that solo hero. They have never grown him yet. That's why I'm like, I don't see it anymore.
Maybe in number 2 he will.
Yeah, maybe in number 2 he's like, okay. Because all he said was like, we're going to open our borders, but he never said, I'm going to go out and fight in Chicago. Like, he's never... That doesn't seem to be the order they want to take him in.
I'm going to be a real nigga.
Yeah, I'm going to be a real nigga. But
I will defeat all the gangs.
I will be a real nigga. They will say...
I will defeat all the gangs in the Chirac.
Be a real nigga.
Chirac.
You may call me the black nigga.
The what? The Negro Panther.
The Negro Panther.
Sure.
That's
They're both the same thing as before, but alright, sure, do what you want. The Black Prince. Alright, cool. There's 2 things we don't hear together. There you go.
The Black Prince.
He just smiles.
The Black Prince.
Somebody just brings up, I don't know, Prince for some reason. Like, oh, you mean like the artist?
Back from the dead.
I highly doubt anyone's going to be like, the artist? No, not the artist. I don't like his music. And then they fire him. They fire Chadwick right on the spot. You can't say these things, Chadwick. But, yeah. But that, yeah,
and then they keep it in the movies.
You hear the director, you can't say these things. Remember Orbital's dumbass idea of Captain America watching all of Endgame? He's like, wow, this is one hell of a fight. I could imagine that like during the final battle, like Captain America just sits in an office building with a cup of coffee and it's like, wow, look at Iron Man go. He's dead. Too bad my shield wasn't there. Looks towards the camera. You guys should really see this. You paid how much?
Honestly, alright, but look, the perfect troll would have been them talking about how they were going to release another trailer, and then they showed that on April Fool's Day.
Okay.
It would.
That would have been a perfect troll. That would have been perfect.
I'm sorry, someone came in. I didn't hear you. I heard you say April Fools.
The perfect troll would have been for them to announce that they were going to have another trailer before the movie released.
Oh, yeah.
And then they released that on April Fool's Day.
He's wearing his old man clothes. He's like, man, this is real good. I bet you guys can't guess who's gonna die next. Is that Superman? Nope. It's a flying X-Men. But yeah, the fuck are we talking about? Right, Black Panther.
The
Negro Panther. But yeah, that's why I don't feel. Cause here's the thing, I think. Because some people are asking, like, why did Cap give, Falcon the shield and not Bucky? And in my head, it's like, Bucky still has too many dark memories, and the world only knows the Winter Soldier as a villain. So
okay. My bad, go ahead.
So him joining the Avengers, at the moment, I mean, they probably could have fixed it, but at the moment, I don't know. I don't know if... Because I don't know how the Avengers...
Keep in mind...
Yeah, it's been 5 years.
Keep in mind, No. Keep in mind, this did happen in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, that exact scenario, Cap gave the shield to... the shield was given to Bucky by Iron Man.
It didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go well
What do
after
you think
Cap
of Iron
died.
Man?
Well, no. Back in the comics, during the original Civil War event, Cap died, and Iron Man first gave the shield to Hawkeye, but Hawkeye was like, "I don't feel right, doing this." So he gave the shield back, and then Iron Man gave the shield to Bucky to become the new Captain America.
Only problem is
Bucky,
Bucky's aggressive.
So he
yeah,
started bashing him
and
with the shield. Just
basically, yeah, he was just going in on people, and so like
Yeah.
he had to keep his identity hidden for a while, but eventually people started to figure it out, and his identity was outed, and they were not happy
Because
the public
he's
knows about
his past.
yeah.
He's still like a villain. He's still, especially a lot of governments, because it's like he killed people in the 80s, which means there's still a lot of people who are alive and who know of the Winter Soldier. Like, for them
Not to mention, he was blamed for that whole thing in Civil War.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Like, I don't think they released. Oh, sorry.
Clear yet?
Yeah, I don't. Okay,
Don't forget
I
they
think,
captured Zemo.
yeah, I think officially, like his name was cleared in terms of like governments. But I'm saying in the public eye, as far as they're concerned, it was him.
Like not in public eye, but like in general, it's like think about it like this: is like
he killed my father.
No, think about it like this. All of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, it turns out the Winter Soldier didn't kill all those people, and someone's like, yo, the Winter Soldier isn't a myth. It's a real fucking man. Holy shit! We need to kill him because he's still
Americans.
Technically, he's never answered for any of the crimes in the past.
He hasn't.
He's still
a criminal. Not just a criminal, but he is a terrorist.
He's still technically a terrorist. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
the only person who could have rocked his shield, Captain America, would have been Falcon.
because he's a black man.
That too. Oh my God! It's Black Captain America. Do we fire or do we salute?
Blair, did your theater? Hey, Blair, did your theater go quiet when Captain Shield?
No, my ex was like, "Oh my God, yes!" My theater was quiet the entire time. I was the only dude who like freaked out and cheered when he said "assemble."
Oh nah.
And then
nah.
then,
No,
then you
dude,
looked at somebody's face.
there was only like 11 people in my theater.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
I didn't get lucky. I didn't get all the people like, yeah.
So you're
That's like half the
Thanos.
experience. That's half the experience at this point, man.
Blur's
Just
like,
watching it.
yeah. And then they all turned around like, shut the fuck up.
Nah, I yelled and they turned to me. I was like, all of you, look forward, bitch asses. This is my movie. This is my shit. I have been alive for 22 years. I've been waiting for this. I remember back in 2010, I would look online at Marvel Movie Universe, and it happened. This is it. White woman, you look at me one more time. I'm gonna slap.
she calls it.
we
Like, that's how excited I was to see this movie. It completed me.
and then here. Don't worry, man. We'll be right there.
Exactly, like, literally, I'm done with the Marvel Universe. I'll see Spider-Man just because I want to see how the multiverse works, and that will depend. What happens in Spider-Man we'll see if I continue watching the movies or not. But like, if Marvel said no more movies, I'd be like, yo, I'm fine. This is perfect.
Because everybody had a happy ending.
Everybody, it ended like, yes, there were some plot holes, but when you think about it, they didn't add any extra threats or anything. So
Yeah.
Why'd you tell this man to join?
perfectly. Huh?
Why'd you at this man?
Yeah,
Because
Vance,
why not?
Vance said he's not coming. He's not mentally, physically, or emotionally like here.
Yikes.
But yeah, so like if Marvel said we're done for the next 10 years, I'd be like, dude, that's totally fine. I'm good. I don't ever have to see another Marvel thing again. Work on your comics though, bruh.
Then DC comes in, rolls in like. Hey,
Honestly, we would have to rely. Listen, we would have to rely on DC at that point.
Yeah.
And that's.
I'm fine with that because I feel like DC's slightly lazy. They're like, hey, hey Van, you didn't have to come.
You didn't have to.
Too late. He's already here.
It's
Hey.
gonna be like this when I'm dead too.
Yeah.
Like you show up to your own funeral like you didn't have to.
You didn't have to come.
You didn't have to
You
be here.
didn't have to
You
be
didn't have
here.
to be here.
But yeah, what were you talking
I
about?
appreciate it.
The Marvel universe.
Right, Marvel.
Well,
DC,
we were talking about. Yeah.
one thing that pissed me off, and again, completely derailed from Spider-Man. So before we leave go into the next topic, anyone got anything else to say about Spider-Man: Homecoming? I mean, Far From Home.
Wait, Homecoming or
Far From Home?
Far From Home. I look forward to this movie.
Same.
I
really do.
like the concept. I saw the trailer, and I'm happier with the more mature and developed Spider-Man
Why
that I saw.
Why don't you like it?
Oh, I liked it.
Oh,
I liked it.
okay, cool.
I enjoyed the trailer.
Right. We were
I saw.
discussing.
Go on.
We were discussing basically the whole idea of Spider-Man becoming the next Iron Man, and I was telling them, I feel the way Marvel's looking at it is like they're not telling him to become a tech-based hero, but they're like, because you remember, Spider-Man was the face of Marvel for decades. So what they're trying to do is basically like, kid, Iron Man has been the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for 10 years. It's your turn, because you are Spider-Man. We didn't give you the love and support we could before because we already had Iron Man. He's gone. This is all you. You can do it.
Next face now.
You are the next face of Marvel. The Mask, kid. That's what we got.
Do you think Tom Holland can do it?
I don't know. It depends, because like the past couple movies, don't forget he's had his hand held.
True.
He's definitely young enough.
I feel like it's just a matter of the writing at that point. It's not anything Tom Holland could do, because Tom Holland's a pretty good actor. It's just what the writers have for him and the directors.
Yeah.
Alright. So, if that's everything about Far From Home, I have to say something. I read a tweet, pissed me the hell off. Someone went like, Endgame, copy Batman v Superman.
Ew.
I mean, Marvel.
I hated that. I saw that.
They were like, They were like, Endgame.
I was pissed.
They were like, Endgame stole everything that like the DC universe was supposed to be. I was like, one movie stole 7 movie plots. Gotcha.
Okay, so even if they did it, it's still better.
Yeah, they did it better.
Exactly. They did it better.
Like, Snyder, all love to you. Respect for your daughter. Respect for everyone in your family. You had a great idea and a great vision. Joss Whedon, love him. Turns out he's not actually as good.
Executed.
Yeah.
That's just a gross comparison.
Yeah, it's like, dude, Zack Snyder had such a great idea, and everything literally played against DC or Warner Brothers or Time Warner, whoever owns it now. So hopefully in the future, like, everyone quit at this point. Like, nobody's quit, but everyone's fucking quit. They're redoing Suicide Squad. Most of the Justice League quit. They're doing Wonder Woman because, Wonder Woman. Aquaman did pretty well. But like I was making an example, is like, how do you let Aquaman, the character that everyone joked about, save your universe?
Yeah.
Like,
at this point,
just retcon everything.
And that's the worst part about it. Right now, the Justice League we're looking at is Aquaman, Shazam, the Shazam family, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. No Batman, no Superman, no Green Lantern.
The sad part is I can imagine that in the comics. Because DC has a weird style of, like, the Justice League. Literally, the Flash, Guy Gardner, a cat, and Orbital's dead corpse could be in the Justice League, and they still get shit done. That could be, like, a thing for 4 months. And it's like, yeah, cool. It works. Because they have a weird roster system, right, Wicked?
Yeah, they do.
So I'm like...
fucking weird. Like, basically, anybody they nominate is just like, okay.
Yeah, like they could literally go without the major 7 in the league. It could be all of Shazam's family, and they call themselves the Justice League, and it's like, sounds about right.
It was like no one said yes, but no one said no.
We are the Justice League.
We're the Justice League now.
Don't worry,
because the other guys they've been kind of on hiatus for a while.
That's when someone asked them the question, like, who the fuck is the Justice League? Because if you remember in the movie, nobody came out and said the Justice League exists.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, they didn't do a really good job regarding the Justice League, like, at all, because the world did. They never showed how. They never showed how the world reacted to Superman being resurrected. They never showed how the world reacted to Steppenwolf, or how he was beaten, or how the scientists were kidnapped and shit.
And that's because, like, the reaction was all supposed to be in the next movie. But they didn't, because they finished it right there. Like, if you don't know, Steppenwolf was supposed to be killed by, quote-unquote, killed by Darkseid for failing.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm telling the others.
Oh yeah. Green Lantern was supposed to be in it too.
Terrible execution, terrible exposition.
Well, I mean, Snyder had to quit the project halfway through, so
Yeah, his family tragedy.
Whedon just
terrible execution.
basically Whedon. Yeah, terrible execution. Whedon ruined the rest of the movie. Basically,
Whedon, I thought he was a really great, director. I mean, he is. He wrote Avengers in 2 days. But he wrote Avengers in 2 days. He did a lot of good in his work. However, I do notice he treats his female characters weirdly. And yeah, he's not afraid to kill characters, but again, like,
he's pretty biased, you think?
Yeah, somewhere around that. He makes good content. I think he can make a great show, but like, I don't know. Maybe it has something more to do with like what it's all rested on, because it's like it's not like Firefly, where you learn about these characters. He's playing with characters that have existed for like almost a century, and they're laying on people's backs or on people's shoulders, and he's like, and now we just kill Captain America because it'd be powerful. It's like, no, we don't do that. Do not do that. And then we killed Black Panther. He's not in the movie though. We kill Black Panther.
we kill Black Panther.
Why? Because he's black. Whedon, what about Nick Fury?
But
he looks
kill Falcon.
He's like, what about Nick Fury? He's like, don't worry, I got the next Captain America movie. Like, oh my god.
Just do some kind of alternate universe type thing and bring back the white the white Nick Fury or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, bring back
Yo.
bring back the white one. He makes some weird choices. He's like, now we bring back the Mexican Black Panther. Wait, what? What comic book did you read, Whedon? The best. Mine. Alright, Whedon. But yeah, shit like that, like those tweets piss me off. It's like the DCU and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they really need to just
Full shade. I'm gonna say this right now. Some people really, really need to rethink what they say on the internet.
They do.
Like, no bullshit. Some people say the stupidest shit just for the sake of having an opinion online. It's so pathetic.
What's the point of having an opinion if it's like the dumb version?
Some people just should get their brain privileges stripped from them.
I get why people might see that as similar as regarding Snyder's plan, but I mean, come on, bruh. Come on.
I have no gripes with people having an opinion. It's when they waste brain power.
Like, I think
having an opinion instead of evaluating it first.
When they waste oxygen thinking.
I'm pretty sure. I think Ezra said he might quit if they can't come up with something at a certain point. He's like, I have to back away.
Basically, yeah. Because he said the script was supposed to be a gift to the fans, and if they can't crack it, he's done.
Yeah.
He has the reputation of holding it
though,
to play it
like,
safe.
It's the Flash.
At this point,
Flash movie should be a gift.
Yeah.
It's not hard to mess up the Flash, but then again, DC went through 5 directors.
That's what I'm saying. They've messed up. Like, I'm convinced it's the studio and not the directors themselves.
Oh no, totally, it is. Because every one of them every one of them is legit. The joke I just made about Josh Whedon is like, we just cut out Iris and make her black. It's like, okay, that's cool. And then we make Wally West Asian. Why?
Why? That's gonna piss off a whole lot of people.
They're already like
Facts. They're already half pissed about Iris.
Like,
they're not ready for.
Then they're not ready for moves. Who the fuck is moves? It's zoomed backwards. Yo, I quit.
Moves.
He goes back in time, and now he's moves. It's like, yo, you got your fucking mind, DC.
His name Shamas.
Yeah, it's like I would have quit at this point. It's like Mazah.
I want whatever they're smoking.
It's like I walk out and I come back in. Can I have whatever cocaine you're on too? I need these plans, these ideas you guys got going on in your brain.
Like, they're pretty shit, but they make money.
And then we just pulls out the fattest blunt anyone's ever seen.
They make. I think they're spending more money than they're making. They went through 5 directors. They
they are. Oh yeah, they are.
They still have to pay these people for their work.
They're not
Look. You thought it's a reason Shazam CG was so bad.
I didn't even see. You thought Endgame was expensive, dude. Like, think about it like this. DC goes through like so many ideas, directors, characters, writers. They have to have paid them all at one point, and then just to go like, we're done here.
Let me put it this way: right now, WB is just trying to keep the lights on.
They're spending money.
I'm convinced
that haven't
because they're spending They're spending a whole lot of money.
It's just to keep the rights.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Because Shazam, it did well, but I mean, come on. 3 weeks later, Avengers Endgame came out, so you know, it's like how well could you have possibly expected it to do after?
Well, I'm feeling it's like that subject I brought up, I think, a long while back, about how Sony used to use the Fantastic Four to just reboot them to keep the rights. I feel like it's just that, but they're using them, these movies that they're just trashing out as, you know, placeholders until they get a good team.
Here's the thing, though. Warner Brothers used to, like, kill it with DC, so I'm just trying to figure out where they failed.
When they tried to catch up with Marvel.
When they tried comparing themselves to Marvel.
Yeah, like DC, you guys had something
They would have.
They lost their charm in the game.
Like,
and trying to be
they should have just kept it solo movies, or if they wanted to do. Well, when they did solo movies, because Superman and Batman were pretty trash.
Like I said,
Man of Steel was pretty good in my opinion.
I would have kept it the way I kept on telling you guys. I would have literally just had like the DCU, like, jump forward 10 years. Like, Superman has already exist, Batman's already exist, all these characters have already exist. Because, like, there's no other way that you can, like, pass Marvel. Because Marvel already did the dark characters. They already did, like, these, what are they called? Heroic moment characters. They do all these other characters. So it's like, the only way for you to already do it is to establish these characters already. It's like, I would have loved if, like, a full 5-year veteran Superman comes in and he's like, oh yeah, I've beaten Metallo, I've beaten Parasite, I've beaten all these characters, and that would have built interest in the audience. Like, hold up, you already have these characters like in your head, you're willing to use them, you're not just joking with them. Yo, I'm down for it. But instead, they made an origin movie. They made Batman's origin, and they kept it incredibly vague to the point where everyone's like, yo, didn't you have Dick and Barbara already? And everyone's like, Disney's like, oh, well, maybe, keep paying us money, and we won't give it to you. Like, Joker, like, the fucking director for Suicide Squad was like, yeah, we had a whole scene where Batman beat Joker's teeth in after he killed Robin. Like, backstory. But they didn't. Instead,
Wait,
they had
in Suicide, or
for Suicide Squad, yes, they wanted to explain the grill.
Because apparently Dick Grayson was supposed to be the dead Robin, not Jason Todd, and so Batman beat Joker's teeth in as a result.
And all the tattoos were supposed to be like more of like
reminders for Batman.
Not reminders, but like disses to Batman. Like, hey, Batman, you see this Robin tattoo I got? Ha ha ha, you little fuck ass.
Ha ha ha! I killed your best. Your gay lover.
I killed your little boy toy, Batman. I would have been happy if he said that. Like, whoa, Joker.
Tone it down, buddy.
No, turn it up. Wiggle your
whoa, Joker, don't expose him like that. We all knew it, but we didn't want to say anything.
Why did your phone thing activate? What passcodes you got? But yeah. But, you know, on to the final topic, because I think we are an hour and 45 minutes in. We are.
Jesus.
Speaking of directors, The future directors will undo what the Russos did. Now, me and Wicked were talking about this earlier, and Wicked's been trying to get this out all day, and it's been about the Hulk. Essentially,
the fucking Hulk.
so many things have happened in Endgame and in the past couple of movies. Two things that happened was the Hulk was the one who snapped his fingers and brought back all life. One of the things you saw from the original Infinity War is when Thanos did it, half his body was burned. When Hulk did it, the exact same thing happened to him. The Russo brothers went off and said, yeah, no, Hulk's arm is permanently gone. It's damaged beyond repair. Now, I personally understand that because people are like, oh, doesn't he have, like, healing factors? Like, yes, you gotta remember, getting hit with a rocket is completely different from using, like, the stones that the universe created. I can understand you're not going to come back from that one. And another thing was, the Russo brothers, when the snap happened, they said certain characters went missing. One of the characters was Aunt May. No, wait, she didn't go missing. She stayed. So she would, like, mourn for Peter. But in the upcoming Spider-Man movie, the new director went like, I don't fuck with that idea. Aunt May disappeared during the snap. So it comes down to it is like, how much control, because like me and Wicked were saying, the Russo brothers are awesome, but they have absolutes. How many directors are going to go like, I don't like the idea that the Hulk is permanently the Hulk, and I don't like the idea that the Hulk's left arm or right arm is permanently gone. I'm going to undo that. I'm just going to say he healed. Like, how many of these small decisions are future directors going to be like, I can't 100% get behind these ideas? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, well, that's pretty much it. It's just like how, like, we're done with the Russo brothers. They left after Endgame.
Mhm.
So, what are these future directors like? Where would they go?
Yeah. Because, yeah, the way I'm looking at it right now, judging by that, that synopsis, is that it's kind of like the Russo brothers left the new directors with kind of like used and broken toys. And they're like, well, I don't want to play with Hulk that just has, one arm. I need him to be, whole. And then a whole bunch of other factors that weigh in too. They don't want to just have these already developed characters. They want to flesh them out themselves too, or stuff like that.
Yeah. We were just like, the future directors kind of leads into the Rian Johnson thing, how he just took J.J. Abrams' idea and threw it down the toilet. Like, J.J. had Snoke and had Rey's parents be something big, and then Rian comes in, says that your parents were nothing, and kills Snoke. And then the studio's idea is, we gotta bring J.J. back. So, like, while the Russos did so much good, like, I understand, they also did, like, it was mainly in Endgame and Infinity War that questionable acts came around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Van, did you see?
Yeah.
No. Van, did you see in Endgame?
No, I haven't.
Never mind then.
Who was
Boy.
that?
Alright, Wicked dropped out. I guess he's gone. Nope, Wicked is back.
Sorry, there was this weird static going on with your mic. I thought it was me.
Is it still going?
No, it's good.
So let's see.
Oh, wait, there it is.
My end or yours?
Yours.
Yeah.
Alright, let me.
Yeah, I think it's gone now. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, you might want to say something first. I don't know. Blur.
He's probably clearing some stuff up.
Yeah.
So why was I summoned?
You saw what?
Oh, I just summoned. He summoned him.
Why was I summoned like an hour and a half like into it already?
Oh, I summoned you because... Oh, he snapped. Oh, Blur snapped. What does that
shit.
mean? Is one of us decimated? I don't...
I think he's decimated himself. Hard to tell. I wouldn't know.
Damn.
Either that or Gold's ring idea isn't flying with him. Gold, why are you coming up with the ring idea? Oh shit!
I'm back.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I just unplugged my mic and then horrible things happened. She's gone. La Llorona is gone.
Your woman's gone.
La Llorona, not my woman. Hell no.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know now that movie did horribly.
It did, but if we have time, we'll talk about it. But right now, I just want to finish off with these future directors. Anyone else got anything to add about them?
I don't really look at directors. I just look at the movies. I don't really care who's behind them.
I understand.
To be honest,
but like for some reason, certain times it's not really the directors. It's more of like who's gonna take it. Like the people who are given control of the movie, will they change anything from the past? You know what I mean?
yeah.
I hope that's the case. So that they can undo a couple of the decisions that the Russo brothers made for Endgame. Again, love the movie, love their work, but a couple of the decisions they made I really do not like. Like Hulk, for example, didn't like that. Killing Black Widow off as quickly as they didn't like that. And so I chose, I hope that future directors will sort of find ways to work around those decisions.
Yeah.
For example, bringing Cap back, like bringing Steve Rogers back as Captain America for a future massive crossover
Oh
movie.
yeah, that idea. I completely forgot about that one.
One good. Now I'm not saying he has to sign a whole new contract or anything like that. One good movie in the future.
Okay, so here's the.
I could see them doing that
Here's the.
because.
Hurry up, I want to talk about it.
Okay. So basically, in the movie, right, while they're testing out all the different time travel stuff, Banner's trying to get all the calculations right, and so they test it out on Ant-Man. So when Ant-Man's doing the little tests and stuff, basically Banner's equations or whatever cause Ant-Man to essentially shift in age. So like he gets younger, he gets older, etc. Basically, they can do that same thing with Old Man Rogers. Send him back through the time vortex, as an old man, and then have him come back as a younger man.
Just suit me up.
Yeah.
Facts. Super soldier serum and all. So yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so the idea basically was this. Iron Man dies. We all know this, correct?
Yeah.
Orbital?
Yo.
The idea was basically... So, I don't know how many of you guys read comics, so I'm pretty sure you've heard of this idea. Way in the future, probably like 10 years down the line, like, somehow the Infinity Stones are brought back. Well, we're not going to go into detail. But, like, the X-Men are here, the Fantastic Four are here, villains have come. And right after, like, this really bad, like, event just magically got fixed, 6 main heroes are in a room. Each one has an Infinity Stone, like, Namor, King of Atlantis, T'Challa, King of Wakanda, let's say Captain America, old Captain America, who's still, like, a very big player in the Marvel Universe. Let's say he is. Maybe not physically, but, he'll be there. Whoever's in charge of the X-Men at the time. Doctor Strange, alright? Well, it doesn't help that...
Naughty, right?
Yes, hold on. And they're all sitting there and they're like, well, we got rid of Galactus, barely made it that one. And then, like, another voice comes up. He's like, don't worry, guys. He's like, don't worry. Next time, we'll make sure we'll get it done faster. Because last time, and then someone walks in with the red fucking Infinity Stone, and it's fucking Tony Stark. He's like, last time, I wasn't here. And that's just it. You don't have to show that ever again. Because anything could fucking happen. Is like, because in my head, previous movies, like, all of a sudden, like, all these events started happening. Like, the sun tried to eat Earth, and then all of a sudden it turns back to a normal sun. Or, like, again, Galactus comes, and then all the Infinity Stones are used, and he's gone. And the idea is, because in the comics, the Illuminati is the the protectors of Earth, of humanity. Anything extreme that comes by, they deal with it. They're just like behind the scenes protecting every one of their people. For me, it would be awesome if like Iron Man somehow came back during that 10 years from 2020 to 2030, and he's like, yeah, I've been in the Illuminati all this time, but we never see him again, or we do years down. Like, there's... Because Marvel... Like, I think in 10 years, they can bring back any Iron Man or whatever. I don't know. But just extreme shit like that. That's the type of thing I'm expecting from Marvel in the future. Way future. Not like next year, not like the next 5, but like after 6. Because we also don't know who the fuck's in the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Really don't.
Because, guarantee you, like I said, Black Panther won't stay. Captain Marvel definitely won't stay. So they got Falcon, Hawkeye.
You said Captain Marvel won't?
She will not. She keeps leaving the planet.
No.
Yes. So Falcon, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, maybe Bucky.
Basically, the roster we currently have is Spider-Man, Falcon, Hawkeye, possibly Captain Marvel, depending on whether or not she stays. Scarlet Witch.
The only reason I can see she stays is if they do the Scree War, because she's the only Kree, because she's the only one who's like
Kree Skrull War.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Scarlet Witch, War Machine. There was a couple more people, but you get the gist.
You named them all. That's about it.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
I didn't get the gist.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
We don't know if Ant-Man and Wasp
I mean,
I hope they do.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't. It happened in the comics. It happened in the show. It happened in both shows, actually.
Hopefully he slaps. Wait, wrong Ant-Man.
Hopefully he slaps his wife and
Wrong
eats her.
Ant-Man.
What the fuck?
Oh, you mean like Hank Pym?
Yeah. I hope they were. I really hope they like mentioned that. It's like, oh, hey, you know, I already talked about it. Doesn't matter. But yeah. So I think that's about it. Endgame, a lot of things, a lot of questionable remarks about the Russos, but they did an amazing job. Spider-Man will become the new face of Marvel, and how the multiverse can come into play many different ways, and the future of directors. We hope they can change some of the weird decisions made, but if they can't, well, I guess it's whatever. And then a couple other smaller things in between. How far are we in gold? We are 3 minutes from 2 hours.
Yep.
Alright, boys and girls. Do you guys want to talk about anything else, or do you want to call it a night?
Also, we have our own little machinima coming out. Just wanted to mention that.
Looking forward to seeing when it's out.
It'll be out in a few minutes, as soon as I can get the information from Blur.
I sent it in the podcast.
No. I have the password and everything, but I'd have to get like this confirmation thing taken care of.
No, I didn't even get one of those.
Okay.
I
Hold
didn't
on.
check my emails, so I'll do that later.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Pretty much just like still working on the lantern idea. That and a few other characters, but
One thing we can talk about in this podcast, maybe one day we'll do literally a Justice Team podcast again, like just discussing all this. But for right now, anything else pop culture related?
so apparently they named
I'll fucking murder you. I don't think
I only got one thing in my mind that's been pestering me for like a while now, and it's not anything related to like the subjects you guys talked about, except for the fact that it's Spider-Man related. I'm really hopeful, even though I'm pretty sure it won't happen, that one day they get to work on a Spider-Man 2099 movie.
Ew.
Yo, fuck you.
I don't want to
I
see
mean,
that.
didn't Sony kind of hint at
They hinted at it in Into the Spider-Verse at the very, very end of it, yeah. But that's Into the Spider-Verse. I'm talking about like
a live action.
Live action. Ooh.
This
Ooh.
nasty. I don't want
The
to.
dangerous
No,
part.
I'm not saying that.
The dangerous part is like
That's like designing a whole new world in and of itself.
Yeah. See, that's what
Because
I'm
if you
saying.
notice, a lot of sci-fi movies set in the future stay away from Earth for that very reason.
Yeah. See,
Actually,
that's
no,
what
I'd be down for it. The only reason is because they could play a lot of shit. Like, imagine them opening up 2099 and he's getting his ass kicked by Kang. Like, if they don't stick with like the source material, and they're like, yeah, in the future is like, there's 2099 and there's Cable for some strange reason, but he's there. Like, that's how they use the future. Like, it's fucked up. Like, that's the only way I would like to see it work. Where is this email coming from?
You cut
Future
out.
is a very delicate subject.
I'm doing something. I'm trying to find the email.
But yeah.
That was one of the reasons why I thought it would be difficult, is that the future itself is a pretty delicate subject to talk about when it's live action. Like, when it's animated, you could, play around with fiction and whatever. But when you saw,
okay. I'm supposed to send this to you.
What's up?
I have to send this text to Wicked. That's the code.
Oh, okay.
Keep going, man.
I was just fascinated with the idea, but it was just bugging me in my mind that, realistically, in our time range, 2099 isn't exactly, unreachable.
Oh, no, totally.
But it's like, imagine getting a 2099 and it's like...
But they have to be safe with 2099, because currently, like, in the future, that's when all the answers are given, so they go like, hey, like, the show for, The Flash. Like, how Flash's daughter were like, oh man, it's going to be cool seeing, Gorilla Grodd and King Shark fight each other. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
They do? Like, 16 episodes later, they fight each other.
Yeah, it's basic. I see the exposition being a lot easier to explain because it's like, oh, so much time has passed, It's basically like it makes you curious about what the hell happened between now and then, and that's what makes it a lot more interesting.
Oh yeah, totally. Like, if they go like, oh yeah, all of a sudden Thor started killing all the heroes, like, that'd be pretty dope. The Asgardians of the Galaxy. Volume 3.
Because I think, if I remember correctly, in Spider-Man 2099, there's like supposed to be like a cult that believes Thor comes back.
There's a cult.
That's where he got his cape from, right?
Or I think it's not a cult. I think it's more like a following.
There's a cult, but I forget who. I think there's a cult for the Hulk.
There's a following that says that Thor will basically have his own second coming, and that supposedly the Avengers will come back.
That's cute.
And I don't remember what the name for them is though, and that they see Spider-Man 2099 as the first sign of the second coming of the Avengers.
The second, you mean the 42nd?
Well, yeah, essentially.
Them niggas disappear and come back every once in a while.
Yeah, they see Miguel O'Hara as like the sign that they're gonna come back.
Yeah, there's a cult for the Hulk. It's called the Knights of Banner.
I like that.
The Knights of Banner.
Yep.
The Knights of Wichita.
So, we're currently at 2 hours and 3 minutes. Do you guys want to talk about one more thing, or do you want to call it a night? The thing would be Llorona.
Call it.
And you're the only Hispanic here. What do you think?
Wait, what did you say? What was the question?
Call it a night, or do you want to talk about Llorona?
I haven't seen enough trailers about the Llorona. All I know is that I guess I'm glad there's more Hispanic exposure. I mean, not the word I'm looking for, but more introduction of Hispanic culture into the cinematic.
Fact: a lot of Hispanics view that movie as racist as hell, and they view Hollywood.
Oh, La Llorona?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any trailers for it. Wait, is it out? No,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
No, it is
It's out? I haven't seen it.
They said why wasn't it set in Mexico? Not. Why
Wait, it
was
wasn't.
Where the fuck
It's in
was it
California.
placed?
It's in
Los
California.
Angeles, California, or some shit like
Yeah,
That's
it's not. Yeah, it's
that-
not in Mexico.
That's stupid.
Sitting around a white lady.
Yeah, because literally it's like this. It's like the executive of the movie looked out his window. It's like, there's Mexicans here. Shit, let's do a movie out here.
Out here. Not in Mexico.
Out here in my backyard. Pedro, stop cutting my yard. I need you to do
Pedro.
something.
I'm here to start my movie. This is a backup.
You know what? Never mind. I take back what I said. If
the main character gets in the opening, not in the opening, beginning, the main character, the white woman.
Yes, white woman. Yes. Oh no, she no. This is a spoiler. She got her these kids killed or taken away.
Dude, I wanted to tell him about it.
She got her.
She's one of those child service women. She makes sure the kids are okay. And she's going to this woman who's been like acting strange. This woman's been trying to keep her kids from La Llorona. But the fact that this child's protective service woman comes in and does something, the woman loses her kids, and she's like, she pretty much tattletales like, La Llorona, get that bitch. Her kids are half Mexican. Not like that, but literally, pretty much it.
Wow.
Okay, so she gets involved. Okay, so the Child Protective Services lady gets involved with the Mexican, and the Mexican's like, you know what? Fuck this bitch up.
Yeah.
No, cause her kids got taken away.
Yeah.
By La Llorona. So she walked into the room as La Llorona was eating them. This is exaggerated, but she's like, hey, that woman who's got kids, and she's like, alright, cool. I need some baby back ribs, and that's literally it. She gets tattletaled on for doing her job. But the dumbest shit is, this woman is trained to see if kids need help. Her children have signs, physical signs on their bodies, and she's like, it's okay.
Where's your dad?
Oh my god. That is so fucking stupid. No.
The fucking priest from Annabelle was like, La Llorona is a curse from Mexico. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, yo, hold up. First of all, why are you here? Why do you know so much about these creatures? What Avengers are you assembling? Because essentially that's all they've been doing. Like, James Gunn even compared his movies to the Avengers. Like, why can't the monsters have an Avengers team? And I'm like, well, we tried.
What the fuck?
They tried that.
It failed
with the Dark Universe.
It failed the.
They tried that with Dracula Untold. First of all, it was supposed to be Dracula Untold, a Frankenstein movie, a werewolf movie, and then
Vampire.
The Mummy.
Yeah, Mummy.
And it was supposed to be the four of them.
Don't forget Frankenstein. Don't forget Frankenstein.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I thought you said werewolf.
Well, yeah, I said Frankenstein then werewolf. But yeah, they were all supposed to come together and have their own little Avengers type scenario.
Who do monsters fight? The devil. I don't fucking know.
That's what I'm saying. I assume Satan. I don't like. Who do you fight?
Like, here's the thing. I'm like, so you have a doll that doesn't move, Valak, the Crooked Man.
Who are the monsters gonna fight? The humans?
Like, first of all, where are you gonna get all these demons from? How are you gonna get them into one place to fight?
Like, who asked for this?
Like, do they fight in the angel? That would be cool.
They're like, no, they're gonna fight humans, and it's like, bitch, they're gonna die. The moment, like, there's a reason all these monsters have like spin-offs and sequels, because they killed the last people. Like,
maybe it's just monster hunts.
Yeah, the thing about horror movies is that at the very end, or most of the time, the monster's goal is to clean up any loose ends.
Yeah.
And the conclusion of said monster is when they fail to do that.
Yeah. So for like, La Llorona was the dumbest shit. Like, a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Mexicans just straight up were like, they feel this movie was incredibly racist because, like, here's how it could have worked. All right, listen to this. It is literally a folklore or a legend or a tale or a quote unquote myth. Well, a lot of people believe it in Mexico. So here's the thing. This woman's like, I don't know what the La Llorona is. Let me go to this church instead of going like, Yo, Cazuela, what's the La Llorona?
I don't know.
Oh, hell no. Close your doors. She gonna take your kids. Like, not to be racist, but it's like, literally, she could have asked any real Mexican. Anybody.
Real shit. Yeah, every real Mexican knows what La Llorona is.
Like,
You know what it is?
She didn't have to set up
Do I
Avengers.
know what it is? Yes.
Or Scarengers, or what the hell they're called. Like,
Scavengers.
like, being real, they could have had the movie based in Mexico where a white woman
It
just moved to,
should've
like,
been.
she could have just moved to
That's what,
Mexico
yeah, that's
with
what
kids.
somebody said. That they moved to Mexico or they were visiting something.
Yeah. Hey, how come everyone's treating me weirdly? Bitch, your kids are about to get drowned. I got nothing for you.
Get the
away
fuck
from
out of
me.
here.
Essentially.
It just doesn't make sense that the source material is good enough, and you want to toy with it so
Here's the weird shit.
weird.
If I'm remembering correctly, they fucking copyrighted the bitch's name.
Yeah, they did. I was about to say they copyrighted. You can't
You can't
do
do
the
that.
concept. Yeah,
You can't
do the
fucking do
concept.
that.
No, I
It's
don't
like
know.
copyrighting Reaper. Like you can't do that.
They did. I don't know what.
They did.
I don't know what point they copyright. I don't know if they copyrighted just like you can't just have
They
the
no,
name.
they copyright the story. Like you can't have
I hate when they be doing
La
that.
Llorona, a folklore. You can't have that name and her drowning kids.
The fuck?
Hey, yo, fuck you.
They
That's
keep
how the
doing this
story
with
goes.
every
So
movie.
no.
They
A
literally.
folklore. They copyrighted a folklore.
They
basically.
copyright everything they've done. If you pay attention, they copyrighted every story that they've like copied from these other movies. These actual events, they've been like, yeah, we took them, we copyrighted them. That's how we work. DreamWorks, bitch. Wrong company.
It's
You know what I
fucked up. It's fucked up.
mean. It's stupid. Like,
It just throws so much bad PR your way. Who's gonna want to like take you seriously when you do stupid shit like this?
I mean, nobody can compete with them, cause nobody can make a movie after them. If they get a hold to your movie, the rights, you're fucked.
like
yeah,
that is-
good luck. Good luck letting that fly in Mexico.
right? That's like that movie. I don't know.
And it's a folklore. How do you copyright trademark a fucking folklore?
Real
Like,
shit.
what if someone wants to make like a legitimate documentary in Mexico? Like a Mexican wants to make a documentary. They don't even know this movie exists, and they try, and then they get sued. It's like, hold up, you can't.
Who the fuck?
First of all, this is our culture.
Yeah.
Not art, but theirs. Like, stuff like that pisses me off.
It's aggravating. I mean, I'm not gonna get
Imagine
off.
if Marvel copyrighted Thor.
What if that would be fucked up.
They're not?
Just imagine all the dudes
Wait,
that
have
actually
they
believe
not,
these gods. They're like,
They can't. They legit. They tried. I
can't.
don't remember either DC or Marvel
religion.
copyrighted the word superhero for the longest time.
Jesus fuck.
So nobody could call their character a superhero. They would. I think that's why it might have been Marvel. That's why DC. No, it might have been
Copyrighted,
DC.
no, copyrighted movie.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go see who copyrighted superhero.
If I remember correctly, you told me it was Marvel.
All right. That might explain because it was weird. If you start reading comics, all of a sudden the term meta just started popping up,
Yeah.
and it was like, why? And that might have legit been it, just because they couldn't say superhero.
And they just kept with it. I like meta.
Yeah.
I like the word.
It was a fun twist on it.
This is a fun twist.
Okay, so wait, this I can ask after the podcast.
Metahuman.
I'm just disappointed now. Like, come on.
Were you gonna watch it?
No, I'm not big on horror movies, but the thing is that now that I know the synopsis, it just makes me very disappointed.
Oh no! I just found out it was both Marvel and DC. They both own the term superheroes. They shared it when they were best friends.
When they had those combined comics.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that one little year-long
what it's called.
crossover they did.
I forget what it's called.
Oh, they had a whole lot more. Like when,
Amalgam. It's called the Amalgam
no,
verse.
they had like more. Like when Joker and Spider-Man fought.
What?
Yeah, like there was
What?
literally a point where Marvel and DC were friends. But one of the creators of writers at Marvel was like, yeah, DC only has Superman and Batman. All their other characters are shit. And Marvel didn't apologize for his words, and DC was like, we're not working with you no more. Literally, one dude messed up all of this. We could have had Batman v Iron Man already. One dude. He's not dead yet. Let's change that.
That's whack.
I like that he's not dead or that he's still alive.
That's the same thing.
What the fuck?
I should say yes. Yes.
A or A?
Yes.
That's right.
But yeah, that's it. Woo, we added La Llorona in at the last moment. 2 hours,
Barely.
14 minutes. God.
And it was only because the Mexican was in here. Otherwise, you guys would have let it slide.
We would have went. No, actually, because I mentioned it, I don't remember to who specifically. Like, if you were here earlier to talk about Endgame, Spider-Man, like, we probably would be here for like an extra 10 minutes because you would have added more. But yeah.
Mm.
So, Gold, do you have anything you want to add in? Want to say? You've been quiet again, boy.
I mean, on all of this, honestly, the copyright thing, I just, at this point, it's pretty obvious that it's ridiculous. The next thing you know, somebody's going to write books, and then you have to basically pay for every word you type.
Oh, that would fucking suck.
Man. But, yeah, pretty much I don't really have anything else to say. About this, at least.
Or do you have anything to say in general? Do you have any topic you want to add, or are you done? 5, 4.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to Gold.
Oh.
5, 4, 1. Okay. Orbital, you have anything you want to say or add?
No. Oh, wait. So, I said Black Widow died, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and you said she's having a movie.
And a TV
I mean,
show.
a TV show.
And a movie, yeah.
That 5-year gap.
No. The movie takes place in like 1999, like Y2K, and the show we're not 100% sure of. It could literally just be her, like, showing the actual movie version of S.H.I.E.L.D. or what she did.
Oh, shit, never mind.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, that 5-year gap, they could have showed it in her.
You could have. Not Gold. Van?
I think I'm a little in the dark with what you guys have talked about, but I think we have a good conclusion here, so I'm not gonna bother it.
Okay. And Wicked?
Nope. I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say.
Blur?
Spider-Man needs Tim's.
Blur?
Wait, what?
I don't really think I have anything I want to say, Blur. What about
Needs
you, buddy?
Timberlands.
I don't know. I think I'm good. I'm done. Alright, cool, Blur.
Nigga, what the fuck? You want some shit.
Anyways, we hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family. Just kidding. Let me slow down. We hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, go with your friends, family. We really want to hear and discuss these topics with you. Like, I know some people see things that we didn't like. Hail Hydra, shit like that. I saw that the moment I heard it. But maybe there's something else you saw. Like, for some strange reason, people think the Russo brothers were disrespecting the director of Captain America, the Winter Soldier, by doing the whole Bucky is alive. I don't understand how. So I want to hear stuff like that. Or your theories about Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home. I don't care. Comment down below. We will respond. I will respond. These guys are lazy as shit. But yeah, finishing off with me again, I have Orbital Spirit.
Orbital, that's a cue.
I thought you said Golden Sparrow. Hello. Bye.
Goodbye. Golden Sparrow.
You won, Mr. Stork. You won.
What the fuck?
That's fucking terrible.
That's sad. What the fuck?
Jesus fucking Christ. Go to Mexico. Apple Van Jack.
I'm sorry I appeared late, but you know what? I don't feel that bad about it. I'm just glad I was able to show up a little bit.
And Wicked.
We out.
Oh, I'm wicked. Boy, I'm wicked.
And me.
That's the second time you did that.
And me.
I don't know why.
Kid Blur. Peace. Good night.
Yeah.
Alright, Gold. Stop recording.